was in your house. I don't know.
I think I can take 2.5 of Migos by myself.
Yeah.
But I'm a little arrogant. I'm not familiar with
This is also
them.
the gun era, by the way.
I'm not
Everyone
familiar.
got a Draco. They don't want to fight.
So that's what everybody's telling me about Migos. Apparently, everybody views Migos as very tough guys. I must not be that familiar with their music. I still look at them like the kids. How old are they?
Probably 25.
25.
Somewhere in that realm.
Yeah, that's kids.
25, 26.
Kid, you 25. So they've inherited a Yachty beef toward me.
But what is the Yachty beef, though?
I'm not sure, Maul.
Wait,
It's different
all right.
times we're
So if
living
we're
in.
going to talk about it, let's talk about the whole thing. Was there a conversation before the interview started?
Well, in the morning, and I
Because I'm
just...
going off Akademiks' timeline.
Akademiks is one of the biggest pussies I've ever seen in my entire life.
But you knew
he
that.
should never comment on anything that has to do with physicality.
But we knew that already. I don't fault him for being a pussy when you know he's a pussy.
Well, you got to stop talking sometimes when you pussy. Is what I
been-
mean. That's
I've been saying that, and Charlamagne killed me for saying that.
I agree. There's nothing wrong with being pussy, but you got to be pussy to the corner sometimes. Just shut up. But no, I had a conversation with P, who manages or has some affiliation with. He's part of QC, which is in charge of Migos and Yachty together.
Quick question. How old is Akademiks?
27.
27, yeah.
Okay.
We're the same
Go
age.
ahead.
With some arrested development.
Okay, go ahead.
Clearly.
Okay.
So he's responsible for Migos and Yachty. I'm not sure. I can't tell you what Yachty's beef is, honestly. I think he dislikes the way that his likeness is spoken about on the show, even after he's been on the show. But to me, I never really ever want to talk about him ever. I don't care. I don't care about him.
But my thing is, because after Yachty did the interview with y'all, I kind of liked him as a person.
Me too.
I didn't know much about him before.
Me too.
that. So I don't understand where the issue would be
Well,
coming
then,
off that
but
interview.
then his album came out, and the narrative was he didn't do well.
Okay.
And then Akademiks got up there talking about how he didn't do well.
Okay.
And then they put out the guy P on Instagram, put out the long Instagram post talking about how they made $13 million in 16 months or whatever. And that was confusing to me because I'm like, if you've made this amount of money, then why the fuck do you care about this shit?
About the sales.
Yeah, why do you care? Why are you even paying this shit any fucking attention? I will never get that part, but
And
cool.
I'm sure that the Target brand manager is not watching Everyday Struggle thinking maybe we should drop
Yeah. Right, what the But so Akademiks did that, Homeboy post that. So for me, that lets me know how Yachty and his camp are feeling about the show and what is said on the show. Akademiks he's still like bright-eyed. So he still want to text Yachty and like be friends and he want to do all of that. So now that is stopped, that's what I'm assuming Yachty's beef is. I'm assuming. I don't know. But anyway, the morning of I need some socks, I go to the mall, I see the dude P. P says, yo, I need y'all to lay up off of Yachty.
Okay.
I say
He was walking hand in hand in the Beverly Center?
No, we were in what was that store I got those socks from? Overpriced dress socks, by the way. But anyway, no, it was a store. So he said, lay up off Yachty. You know my memory's bad. So I say, do I know you? He says, yeah, you know me. I need y'all to lay up off Yachty. We have a conversation. At the end of it, I give him my word and say, I never want to talk about Yachty. We're agreeable here. So yes, great. Kudos. And that was the end of that. But I had been having behind-the-scenes conversations with Complex just about interviewing Migos, period. Okay. Why would anybody want to interview Migos? I've never seen a good Migos interview in my entire life, ever.
Well, they have a reputation of not giving great interviews, but
That's
they're
my
still
fucking point.
But they're still, from a media
I
standpoint, they're
don't
Migos.
give a fuck.
I'm telling you why other people would give a fuck.
Oh no,
It's
I know
the
why.
Migos.
Oh no, I know why. But
they're very popular.
Yeah,
they make
Migos,
great
you
music.
at the BET Awards.
I'm not of that
They're
ilk.
dressed well.
I'm not of that. I'm not from that.
but you gotta
I'm
understand.
sorry.
But you're
in
a media
different-
man
Yeah,
now.
you're a media guy now.
Which means what?
Which means you have to accept certain things.
No, the fuck. That's where you got media man fucked up. No, I do not.
Well, with your new hat that you're wearing,
No, I do not
The
ever
producer-
have to talk to fucking Migos.
if the show requires that they want Migos on, you do.
It would behoove you to do so.
I did.
And clearly,
Yeah.
I
it
did, but only because we're at the red carpets.
That's what I just said, Joe.
That's exactly
BET Awards. Like,
he's not saying have the
Well,
Migos.
and they wanted to talk to Migos.
okay,
So cool.
right.
Talk to fucking Migos. I don't care. I don't have any plans to talk to Migos. So Migos get up there and they shady from the jump. They ain't dapping niggas. They got attitudes.
Right.
Really? This is what y'all wanted to fucking interview? Mm-hmm. They gonna come up here and give us their fucking ass kiss, but cool.
All right. Can I stop you right there just for a second? That's their personalities from what I've seen. You have done press runs, and your attitude sometimes is not the best. Do you
think
see
that's
where
the
they're
problem
coming
is
from?
with you. You don't know how to, because you're an artist too, right? So you don't. It's like that's why people feel a way towards you when you say certain things in your interviews now with artists, because they looking at you like, nigga, you an artist. You sat in this chair that I'm in. Like, you know how we feel about this media shit and how the shit can come across. So people hold you to a different, it's like, come on, my nigga. Like,
and I don't know if Migos is that way at all, but I'm saying, could you understand as someone that has done that in the past, how they could feel that way? Like, I got to sit down, I got to answer how I feel about the awards, whatever.
And then, again, you're an artist.
Well, first of all, Migos is bigger than I've ever been.
Of course.
So I was confused as to why they were even doing interviews in the first place.
Well, it's the BET Awards. They're performing. Nah. Everyone does a quick little interview for the most part.
There was a lot of people at the awards that skipped the interviews. All the niggas you would think would skipped them.
They had a lot to do with the awards, so I think
it was fine. I mean, that's a moot point. They did the fucking interview. They wanted to do the interview, but I wasn't going to say a word to them. I gave it to Akademiks, who's bright-eyed and has never been in this environment, on this red carpet, dealing with this type of commotion. Akademiks is ignoring the producers that's screaming to wrap it up. He's doing all types of shit. And then in the middle of the interview...
Well, how much wasn't on there? Obviously, it was edited.
It was a lot edited.
Okay, how did the interview begin?
So it was more than that. That was just
it definitely looked like it was cut.
It was much more.
So
it was much more awkwardness. It was much more tension.
Okay.
In the middle of the interview, the gentleman that I spoke to in the morning intervenes to say, and me and Joe, he don't know what's being said in the interview. He just jumps in. Yeah, me and Joe had a talk this morning. All that yachty shit is dead. Huh? That wasn't it.
That was a little odd to just bring up.
Nah, I mean, well, yeah, you're right. I did say that the Yachty shit. Mm-hmm. I'm never saying nothing about Yachty. But that's the energy's a little different now. Now I'm putting that with the mall. Now I'm putting that with Migos has come up. I'm putting that with Yachty storming by, looking mad, not saying hi back to Akademiks. You're just putting all this shit together, and I'm supposed to, and I'm putting Complex and Akademiks wanting to interview these niggas so fucking bad that I never want to talk to in the fucking first place. Now I'm sitting here and I got to stare at these fucking accessories and fucking shiny shirts. Mm-hmm. Is that what you're telling me? Because I've decided to change my career course? Yeah. Suck my dick.
That's what comes with it.
Hell no, that ain't the way that I do my media. I don't want to talk to nobody and don't want to sit there. No.
But that happens though.
No, it's not going to happen is what I'm saying. That happened, past tense, on the red carpet. Mm-hmm. Future reference, no. No, all that Complex Akademiks being giddy-eyed, just wanting to talk to people that's famous just for the simple fact they're famous. No. Nah, sorry, Ma.
No, I mean, I hear you, but I'm just saying there's certain things you have to accept as this new media guy.
How do you filter that moving forward? Because there were people that you guys had great interviews with.
And I feel like y'all could have had a great interview out of that.
Well, we got a great interview out of it.
No, you got a great
moment
out of that.
In my world, that's a great interview. Of course. That's a great interview. That moment, that time, that encapsulated space, that's a great interview. That was about as great as we was going to get from these niggas who don't want to talk in the first place.
Yeah, I can see that. But I'm just saying, I think a lot of artists, they look at you because you are an artist. So they like, come on, dog. You know how it is. Some days you might not be going through some real shit behind the scenes. You don't flex it down in the first place.
These niggas just inherited a beef from a nigga that I don't even listen to or know anything about it.
And I still don't understand what the beef is. I think Yachty walked away from that looking really good.
Yeah, but when you don't sell maybe like you were projected to, then...
So they're trying to equate that to the interview?
No, I mean, that's just me speculating.
Oh, I mean, you can't... That would be just not smart for them to speculate that.
I'm saying, like you saying, nothing has happened since he came up in the interview. Nothing happened since then, except for Akademiks talking about the numbers. Yeah. So I have to assume that whatever his problem is related to Akademiks talking about the numbers or the numbers, period. I don't care enough about it to continue to discuss it.
Well, how'd the whole shit get diffused? Because obviously it cut off with the cool.
It didn't get
effects and
diffused. They came over. Complex's editing team is amazing. Homeboy in a little blue and white shirt that looked like he trying to get aggressive with me is getting aggressive with our producer, Lyric.
I saw
who's
him.
Who's a
elbow,
girl.
well, not elbow.
He's pulling away from her like he about to do something. My hand is up saying, they saying, yo, what's good? What's really good? What's going on? Nothing. Yo, what's up? What's your prop? Nothing. Well, what you want to do? Nothing. 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 So then P comes over, he storms over. It's just it's just aggressive actioning. Then P comes, yo, what's going on? I keep saying nothing. I keep saying nothing.
See, you know what it is, man. People just don't.
What?
Yeah, it's just.
The cameras are on.
Yeah,
People
But
act
that's
a
my
certain
point.
way.
I'm not with all that. I just seen this nigga in the mall in the morning with my fucking basketball shorts on. If it's something, tell me it's something early. Don't come with it on the carpet with the cops. I'm not with all of that. I'm not with it. I'm not with all of the posturing for cameras. That's not me. It's never been me. I do not care that y'all are superstars. I don't.
No, I get that.
The young niggas are saying I'm a hater. I'm tired of that narrative too.
Well, I mean, it's gonna come across that way.
Yeah, but it shouldn't. I fuck with Uzi. I fuck with Ray Shrimmer. I fuck with Vince. Who else? It's only the. Who do I not fuck with?
No, but the funny shit
Triple
is,
X I fuck with, even though he keep running around doing stupid shit.
But when the clip is fucking 1 minute and it's you getting up, dropping a mic, and going, "What the fuck?"
It's gonna
People,
come across.
you gotta look at perception.
Joe is hating again.
Yeah.
It's gonna come across like that.
After the Yachty
Joe is
shit.
hating.
When
again.
has Joe ever cared about how it comes
No,
across?
it's not
we're
about you caring.
Oh, okay.
I'm just telling you how it's gonna come
You mentioned
across.
that everyone's saying you're a hater.
The
That's
funny
why.
shit is, I may be wrong, but I think you fuck with Migos too. I mean,
I do.
Yeah, so I just didn't understand
I do.
that. That whole shit was weird.
They're inheriting a beef. They're young niggas. It's fine. They weigh
But it's
about
not
400.
beef,
It's
man. What is
definitely
the?
not beef.
It's not
Tension,
beef.
tension.
Yeah, it's just
Tension.
I guess.
Yeah, because we have to say that because people are misusing words. Jump. When you say jump, it's alarming. So I want them to find a different word. That was an attempt jump.
It was a scuffle.
It was neither of them.
It wasn't a scuffle.
It was fisticuffs.
Yeah, it was like
It was words. That's all it was.
it was something. It was fun. It was made for great gifts though.